Namaskar and good morning. Today, we will look at my portfolio as it stands today. I'll give brief details only and maybe some justification why I selected them. The first one is Mrs. Bector's Food Specialities. The average price at which I bought was around 519 rupees. Current price is around 807. So it is about 21% of my portfolio and it has given me a profit of about 56%. All this has happened in the last 5 months, 5 to 6 months maximum. In these 6 months, it has given me 56%. That is reasonably good. The next one is IndusInd Bank. IndusInd Bank, the average cost price was 1,233. Average current price at present is 1,374. It has given me a profit of 11.52%. It's about 12% of my portfolio. Then Foods and Inns Limited. That is about just 5% of my portfolio, but it has given me 11% profit in the last 5 months. All in 5 months. Why 5 months I will tell you later. The next one is Amber Enterprises. Amber Enterprises. That's about 20% of my portfolio, but has given me about 7% profit. Gujarat Fluorochemicals. Gujarat Fluorochemicals. That is about 10% of my portfolio and has given me 6.5% profits in the last 5 months. Lupin. Lupin is hardly about 5% of my portfolio and has given me 6.4% of profits. Canara Bank. It is about 5.27% of my portfolio and it has given me 4.66% profits. Venus Remedies. It is less than 1% of my portfolio, has given me 4% profits on my investment. Bank of Baroda. It is 3.32% of my portfolio and has given me 3.77% of profits. Bank of Maharashtra. It's about 2% of my portfolio and has given me 3.4% of the profits. Then Spandana Spurti Financials Limited. It's about 13% of the total allocation and has given me about 3% profits. Himadri Specialities. It's about 2.3% of my portfolio and has given me a profit of 2.54. Overall, on my investment in the last 5 months, I have a profit of about 14%. Now I'll give you a few reasons or justifications why I bought these things. Mrs. Bector's Food Specialities Limited sales, the Q4 sales only I am talking about in all cases. Q4 sales up by 37% year on year, but about 6% lower quarter on quarter. Sales are up by 37% year on year, but 6% lower quarter on quarter. Operating profit up by 92% year on year and down by 6% quarter on quarter. Net profit is up by a good 180% year on year and quarter on quarter same. No improvement or decrease. Volumes are around 1 lakh. This Mrs. Bector's has got a very good expansion program at present and for the future. So we expect that it will perform well in the long term to come. The next one is Amber Enterprises. So all these have given me profits. Whatever was loss making, that I have disposed of. Sales up 55% year on year and 123% up quarter on quarter. Amber Enterprises sales are up very significantly. Operating profit up 63% year on year and 158% quarter on quarter. Net profit up 83% year on year and 620% quarter on quarter. Volumes are reasonably good, 1.3 lakhs, something like that. That's not much, but it's okay. So, Spandana Spurti Financials Limited. Spandana Spurti net sales are up 74% year on year, 40.5% quarter on quarter. Net profit is up by a whooping 269% year on year, but only 48% quarter on quarter. Volumes are about 1.2 lakhs. The next is in IndusInd Bank. IndusInd Bank net interest margins are very good at 4.28%. Many banks are struggling to cross even that 3% limit. It is at 4.28% net interest margin. Net NPAs are at 0.59%, much less than 1%, so it is reasonably good. Provision coverage ratio is 71%, so that is impressive. Capital adequacy ratio is 17.86%, that is also very impressive. Interest on advances is 29.99% year on year, that is about 30% interest, and 6.8% quarter on quarter, that is up this much. Provisions are down by 29.62% year on year and 3.26% quarter on quarter. Provisions are down, which is very good. CASA is at 40%. 40% is reasonably good. Of course, there are one or two banks which have exceeded 40%, but IndusInd Bank has clocked CASA 40%. Liquidity coverage ratio is very good at 123%. Quarterly net profit has grown by 46% year on year and 4.07% quarter on quarter. Deposits have grown by 15% year on year. Provision coverage ratio, as we discussed earlier, 71%. Advances are growing very nicely, now 21% year on year. Gross NPAs and net NPAs have both improved very well. Currently, gross NPA ratio is 2.27%. It has improved very well, and net NPA also 0.6. From 0.64%, it has improved to 0.59%. Gross NPA has improved from 2.27% to 1.98%. The one negative aspect of this bank is its high promoters pledge. Now, what is the attractive point? See, the Hindujas who hold some stake in this, they want to hike their stake. Hindujas are cash rich. So if they are thinking of improving the capital, that is very good. Then return on assets is 1.9. It has improved from 1.51. So IndusInd Bank is a very good bet for banking sector. As I said, the only negative point is high promoters pledge as on today, but Hindujas want to come in a big way. Let us see how future will pan out. It will be reasonably good, that's what I presume. The next one is Gujarat Fluorochemicals Limited. Its volumes are a little low, less than 1 lakh. But sometimes it is more than 1 lakh. Currently it is 44,000, 50,000, something like that. Net sales have grown by 36.96% year on year and 3.74% quarter on quarter. Net profit has grown by 52.29% year on year and just 0.3% quarter on quarter. Normally, I select scripts for my portfolio in which net profit have grown by more than 100%. Now, Gujarat Fluoro this quarter Q4 has grown by 52.29%. So, it is actually not qualifying for my portfolio, but it has done well, very well in the earlier quarters. The next is Canara Bank. Earlier IndusInd Bank, now Canara Bank. Interest on advances has grown by 37.65% year on year, which is very, very good, and 8.4% quarter on quarter also. That also is very good. Interest expended has also grown by around 41% year on year and 12.26% quarter on quarter. Provisions are of course down by around 17% year on year and 1% quarter on quarter. Net profit has grown by 64% year on year and 10.59% quarter on quarter. Actually, it is good. Public sector banks net profit growing by 64% is very good. Then percentage of gross NPAs is down by 28.76% year on year and by 9.32% year on year to 5.35%. GNPAs are still a little high. 5.35% is still high, but it is going down very fast, and very soon it may come down to more decent levels like 2%. Percentage of net NPAs is down by 34.72% year on year and 11.73% to 1.73%. It is not bad. 1.73% is not bad, but some other banks are much less than 1%. Return on assets has grown by 62% year on year to 1.02. 1.02 is not bad. Volumes are very good. So buying and selling, there is no problem. 46 lakhs buying, selling, etc. The next one is Foods and Inns Limited. Foods and Inns Limited has performed very well in Q4. Net sales have grown by 71.75% year on year and 68% quarter on quarter. Net profit has grown by 397.3% year on year and 30% quarter on quarter. But I hear that Foods and Inns was and seems to be is also under surveillance in NSE or BSE, something like that. But I think it will come out of that. Net profit has grown by 397%. It's very good. The next is Bank of Baroda. Earlier we have seen PSU Bank, Canara Bank, now Bank of Baroda. Net interest on advances has grown by 47.76% year on year and 11.31% quarter on quarter. Interest expended has grown by 48.86% year on year and 12.38% quarter on quarter. Operating profit, that is after interest earned and interest expended are both evened out. Operating profit has grown by 46.31% year on year, which is very, very good. But quarter on quarter there is a downfall of 5%. Provisions have come down by 50% and 39%, 50% year on year and 39% quarter on quarter. Provisions coming down by 50% and 39% is very, very good. Net profit has grown by 170.6% year on year and 22.66% quarter on quarter. Percentage of GNPAs, gross non-performing assets, have come down by 42.7% year on year and 16.34% quarter on quarter. Percentage of net NPAs have come down by 123.8% year on year and 10.81% quarter on quarter. Return on assets has gone up by 123%. So Bank of Baroda is very good. Then Himadri Specialty Chemicals. Sales have grown by 23.4% year on year, but come down by 0.82% quarter on. That means almost the same level. Net profit has grown by 262% year on year and 22% quarter on quarter. So Himadri Specialty Chemicals is performing very, very well. Next is Bank of Maharashtra, a third PSU bank. Net interest on advances has grown by 51% year on year and 11% quarter on quarter. Interest expended has grown by 27.24% year on year and 7.4% quarter on quarter. Net interest, that is important, it has grown by about 36% year on year and 17.38% quarter on quarter. That's very good. Operating profit has grown by 57.39% year on year and come down by 5% quarter on quarter. Provisions should actually come down, but in the case of Bank of Maharashtra, it has grown by 159% year on year and 62% quarter on quarter. But provisions have grown, which is a negative point. Net profit has grown by 137% year on year and 8.3% quarter on quarter. The next positive point is percentage of gross non-performing assets has come down by 37% year on year and by 16% quarter on quarter, and currently it is at 2.47%. We have seen Canara Bank, etc., they have got more GNPAs, around 5%, something like that. Now Bank of Maharashtra has got only 2.47%, which is very good. Percentage of net NPAs has come down by 74% year on year and 47% quarter on quarter to 0.25%, which is very, very, very good. So Bank of Maharashtra has got one of the lowest NNPAs. Return on assets has gone up by 103% year on year and 0.76% quarter on quarter. So overall, Bank of Maharashtra's performance is very, very good, except that provisions have gone up. But the gross NPAs and net NPAs have both come down. So that's very good. Then Lupin. Lupin was not growing well in the last 2 years, but now it has started growing fast. Net sales have grown by 14% only year on year and 2.5% quarter on quarter. But net profit has grown by 147.3% year on year and 53% quarter on quarter, which is very, very good. So Lupin has performed very well at the net profit level. Net sales have also grown, but I expect Lupin to perform well. You see, it has got good expansion program. It is getting approvals. So many things are happening in Lupin. The next is VIP Industries. VIP Industries net sales have grown by 26.6% year on year, but come down by 14% quarter on quarter. Net profit has come down. Therefore, though I had bought it maybe hastily, I have disposed of VIP Industries. The next is Venus Remedies. Venus Remedies net sales have grown by 9.65% year on year and 33% quarter on quarter. But net profit has grown from 0.23 crores to 11.06 crores, which means 4,709% improvement in net profit year on year, 236% improvement in net profit quarter on quarter. You see, I have detailed to you my portfolio, and this is only 5 to 6 months old, mostly 5 months old. In 5 months old, I have a reasonable profit of about 14% overall. There are 4 PSU banks. You may say, why PSU banks? See, I have analyzed a lot. These PSU banks are available at very low prices, but their performance is improving every quarter very, very, very well. The other ones are Mrs. Vector, Lupin, etc. Foods and Inns. So all these things have performed very well. Mrs. Vector's IndusInd Bank is a private bank. Foods and Inns has performed very well, but it is under surveillance, I suppose. Amber Enterprises has done very, very well. Gujarat Fluorochemicals was doing well in the earlier quarters. In the current quarter, it is moderate. It has done well, of course, but it has not come to my expectations of more than 100% profit year on year growth. Then Lupin. Lupin has started growing very well. Its net profit has grown more than 100%. Canara Bank, very good. Venus Remedies, very good. Bank of Baroda, very good. Bank of Maharashtra, very good. Spandana Spurti, reasonable. Now Himadri Specialty Chemicals has started proving itself. Overall, my portfolio has given me about 14% profit in 5 months. I do hope in the quarters to come, maybe 3 to 4 quarters, many of these will become multi-baggers. It is my hope. I am not assuring anybody. I may be changing these things also if I find a better one. Thank you for listening. I will be back with you with very good analysis of some great company. Thank you.